Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's song is a request from one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. This is from Ron. Thank you for your support and for your song request. This is another Beatles song, and we are very excited for it because we love the first two Beatles songs that we listened to. We can put a link for both of them here if you guys want to go check them out. But this one is Beatles, She's Leaving Home. I've never even heard the name of this song. Maybe it's not that famous, or maybe it is. Actually, I don't know, but I am so curious to find out about it. So I'd say let's go and listen to it, and we'll see what happens.
Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock as the day begins, silently closing her bedroom door, leaving the note that she hoped would say more. She goes downstairs to the kitchen, clutching her handkerchief, quietly turning the back door key. Stepping outside, she is free.
I love so many things about this song, but before everything, I am just mesmerized by this cover. I was trying to more than I was listening. I was actually looking at these pictures. I was like, okay, who are they? Because I think they're the band members, and then they're like again, and other band members, and then I saw Marilyn Monroe here, I think. So I'm wondering what is the. But I don't know all of them. But so far, I love the instrumentation a lot. I think that was not what we would expect.
It was very different than the other songs that we've listened until now from Beatles. And yeah, it was really completely a different world. And I kind of, even if I wasn't I didn't saw the cover, I could really imagine that this is like in my imagination was this like old movies that they are like exactly that Marilyn Monroe would play in them with really the old vibes. I got exactly the vibe from the music that I get from the cover, so they really match.
Alrighty, cool. So let's go a little back.
She is free. We gave her most of our lives. Is leaving. Sacrificed most of our lives. We gave her everything money could buy. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Father snores as his wife gets into a dressing gown, picks up the letter that's lying there, standing alone at the top of the stairs. She breaks down and cries to her husband, "Daddy, our baby's gone." Why would she treat us so thoughtlessly? How could she do this to me? We never thought of ourselves. Never a thought for ourselves. We struggled hard all our lives to get by. She's leaving home after living alone for so many years. Friday morning at 9 o'clock, she is far away, waiting to keep the appointment she made, meeting a man from the moon. motor trade. She, what did we?
Before we get to the last chorus, the lyrics were so interesting. I think because they're gonna repeat the same chorus, but it was so interesting too. It felt like a story that you see both sides, kind of. I don't know if you got that. So it was interesting because a lot of the lyrics that we hear, it's usually one person telling their perspective or their side of story. That was interesting because I felt that they're describing her feelings as she's leaving and she's looking for freedom and she's looking her family behind, I think. And then in the chorus, that choir part with the backing vocal, they're also like talking about the family that they gave her everything. They gave her everything that money could buy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting because it feels like the singer and the song is kind of like outside. It's one of kind of like I don't know if you had those, but I have a lot of dreams that it feels like I'm outside and I'm just observing something. And it felt like that is like an outsider is just narrating what is happening.
Yeah, and I have to say the part that I think it was the chorus that it was two layers of until now it was 2 times. I think a third time comes that it was 2 layers of voice, and one layer was saying she is leaving, and then it was more flat and higher, and the other layer was like lower pitch with a different kind of color, and exactly it showed this 2 sides of a story that you said. And I have to say from 2 aspects, this part for me is really beautiful, and I really love this. One is the interpretation that you can get from, and exactly the text, the meaning of the text that they showed it also in the music. And the other one is really the music that they did. Musically is also very cool to have this 2 like sequence layers, and for in the top, and then 2 or 3 also in the bottom, and they go like this, like a, I wouldn't say it's a canon, but it felt like a canon.
Right.
Canon is when you have a like a musical sentence, and then when it's going to end, or when it ends, another comes, and then another layer like this, and you do the imitation of the every time the second sentence is the imitation of the first sentence. It wasn't like that, but it had this canon feeling of like, oh, okay, now this, like this, so it was also musically very thoughtful and beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, here, let's listen to the last chorus.
The motor trade. She, what did we do that was wrong? Is having, we didn't know it was wrong. Fun is the one thing that money can't buy. Something inside that was always denied for so many years. She's leaving home, bye-bye.
That was
I
it.
love the instrumentation,
Yeah,
the harp that they think, the cello, it was so beautiful, and the strings were sometimes were like just doop doop like that. They were making like this basic rhythms, but sometimes they were making so many interesting rhythms and the different characters. I really loved the instrumentation, the instrument that they were like, okay, yeah, we can use this and this, and it was so beautiful.
I loved the fact that they chose this instrumentation to go with this song, because I don't think we heard any drums. We didn't hear any bass guitar or any guitar. I don't know if that that sounded like a ukulele or like a little bit of a harp. I don't think that was a harp though, like the intro and outro, but then the rest was just string. I heard like cellos and other strings going, sometimes like having more like like faster rhythms to kind of push us a little more forward, but that the other parts when they were singing, it was just in the background. And I feel like that created such an emotional space for the song. I feel like if you had drums, maybe you didn't have the same effect of if you had like a bunch of guitars, maybe you wouldn't have the same effect. So I really like that.
Or maybe electronic, like
Yeah.
more electronic music. It would made it like in this situation a little more unnatural and less, not unnatural but unhumanized. It would make this situation and the story unhumanized, but because they use the acoustic instruments like cello and the wooden strings like the violins, not electric violins or something, and also the harp, they were all feeling more like human thing. It's like they are saying a story about something exactly that in humans can happen.
And aside from instrumentation, which was really beautiful, and I think it was really like fitting to the song and lyrics, I also loved the harmony progression because there was really not a lot of surprises, not in the harmony and not in his singing as well. Like there was no like such a traditional build up as you would expect. I think it was kind of like everything was stable and predictable. Again, it goes back to me to the way that the delivery of the song was very observational from like a third like I don't know what they call it, like somebody that is outside of all that story and situation. And I think that the harmony was also kind of like that because it was kind of predictable orchestral instrument, and then you would just like hear what is happening as if somebody is telling you the story. So I think all in all it was kind of like a perfect fit together from instrumentation, the delivery, and like the harmonies that they were going on. Everything was like in service of the story, and that was very interesting. That was so cool to hear this, I guess, sides of the Beatles. I don't know where again this song belongs to, like if it's like what year they released that, because it just says remastered in 2009, so that doesn't mean anything. So we kind of maybe we should go and read a little bit about the history of like their albums when they got together and then they separated. So I think that would be interesting too. For the next song, we're gonna study a little more. If you guys have any requests, please let us know, but we're probably gonna search a little bit more and then be a little more knowledgeable about their history. But that was again another great Beatles song. So thank you, Ron, for your suggestion, and thank you guys for watching us. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, drop your comments below. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.